that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go! Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Buat kalian
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on.
Oh no, see you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, girl, why those feet cold? We just getting started, don't you tiptoe, tiptoe. Waste time with the masterpiece, to waste time with the masterpiece. You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me. You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy. But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm going up on this sweet, sweet baby. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Walk for me, baby. I'll be pretty, you'll be Naomi. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Goddamn, see you licking frosting from your own hands. Want another taste? I'm begging, yes, ma'am. I'm tired of all this candy on the dry land, dry land. Oh, waste time with the masterpiece, to waste time with the masterpiece. You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me. You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy. But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm rolling up on this sweet, sweet baby. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Walk for me, baby. Walk for me now. I'll be pretty, you'll be Naomi. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Hey, you're fucking delicious. Talk to me, girl. Talk to me, baby. I'm rolling up on this sweet, sweet baby. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean. Walk for me, baby. I'll be pretty, you'll be Naomi. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy. That's right. Ay, 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 ay.
Dirty Swift, man. Hit the buckets, man. This is a mini Mafia remix. And at the end of the show, donations will be accepted.
All I hear is raindrops falling on the rooftop. Ooh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today, I'm officially missing you. Thought that from this heartache I could escape.
Feels good.
I've run it long enough to know there ain't no way.
Yo, Swift, man.
And today, I'm officially missing
Guitars,
you.
man.
Can't nobody do it like you.
Love.
Said every little thing you do. Hey, baby, stays on my mind. And I'm officially, all I do is lay around.
Live.
Two
Subways in New York
years
City.
from looking at your face on the walls. Just a week ago you were my baby. Now I don't even know you at all. I don't know you at all.
International Taxation Committee is playing to all participants who is enjoyed. What a great video! Feel free to use it. What a great video! Feel free to use the virtual reaction feature to show your appreciation. Now, let us hear the upcoming remarks from the Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar 2025. Rania Denika Izan. Rania, the screen is yours. Thank you, Rania, for your opening remarks. Now, we invite Muhammad Sadir Al-Khatib, Chairman of Hima Pajak 2025, to deliver his public speech. Sadir, the speech is yours.
Yeah. It's crazy. Feels good. Nothing's too big. Nothing's too small. Feels good.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International Taxation Seminar 2025. Theme, Optimizing Custom Systems to Boost Revenue and Facilitate Trade, a Road to the Financing the SDGs in Developing Nations. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express our sincere appreciation for your presence today. It is a great honor for me to serve as the Master of Ceremony for this esteemed event. Let me begin by greeting our distinguished guests. The Honorable Dr. Muhammad Said, SOS MAP, Vice Dean for Student, Alumni, and Entrepreneurial Affairs, Faculty of Administrative Science, Brawijaya University, who is represented today by the Honorable Professor Dr. Andes Kadarisman Hidayat, MSc, Head of the Taxation Study Program, Faculty of Administrative Science, Brawijaya University, represented by Secretary of the Taxation Study Program. The Honorable Muhammad Fadil Nur Hakim, Chairman of the Tax Student Association 2025. The Honorable Rania Denika Izani, Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar 2025. Our esteemed keynote speakers and resource person, Kalista Virginia Carlan, as the opening speaker, Mr. Ozi Diva Ersha, PhD, as first keynote speaker, Mrs. Ulil Elma Khairunisa, SAMACA, ASEAN CP as the second keynote speaker, Mr. Insinyur Argus Sudarmadi, MSc, as first resource person, Professor Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD, as second resource person. And of course, a warm welcome to all of our honorable guests and participants joining us today. We are grateful to Almighty God for granting us the opportunity to gather here, albeit virtually, to gain valuable insights from outstanding speakers in the field of taxation. May we all remain in good health throughout this event. To begin, let me briefly introduce today's seminar. The International Taxation Seminar serves as the final installment of the tax series, a set of academic programs designed to bring together experts and practitioners to discuss pressing taxation issues within society. This seminar is organized by Hima Pajak, the Taxation Student Association under the Faculty of Administrative Science, Brawijaya University. Established on May 26, 2012, Himapajak is the first study program-based association within the faculty. It is a platform dedicated to fostering academic excellence and developing student soft skills rooted in democratic principles and driven by students for students. Before we begin, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ramadhani Nurmidra Wijanarka, and I will serve as your Master of Ceremony throughout this seminar. Now, I will read the rundown for today's International Taxation Seminar. First, opening, prayer, and reading of the seminar rules. Second, national anthem, listen to March University of Brawijaya, and opening video. Third, welcoming remarks from Chief Executive of the seminar, Chairman of Himapajak, Head of Taxation Study Program, Vice Dean for Student, Alumni, and Entrepreneurial Affairs. And fourth, presentation by the opening speaker. Fifth, presentation by the first keynote speaker, Q&A session to follow. Then presentation by second keynote speaker, Q&A session to follow. Then ice-breaking session. Then presentation by the second resource person, Q&A session to follow. Then the presentation by the first resource person, Q&A session to follow. Then summary of the seminar, announcement of the call for paper winners, door prize announcement, and closing of the seminar. Before we officially begin, let us open the seminar with a prayer. The prayer will be led by Muhammad Arifin. To Arifin, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Arifin, and I have been given the honor to lead the opening prayers at today's International Taxation Seminar 2025. Before we begin, let us take a moment to bow our heads and sincerely pray to the Almighty God, asking for His blessing so that this seminar may run smoothly and bring meaningful benefits. For those of the Muslim faith, you may follow along with me. And for our non-Muslim brothers and sisters, please feel free to adjust according to your belief. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma sholli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Oh Allah, oh Allah, we offer you our praise and gratitude. For by your grace and mercy, we are able to gather here this morning for the International Taxation Seminar 2025. May this events always be under your protection and guidance. Bless every step and effort we take, and make them valuable as acts of worship and as beneficial knowledge for all of us. Oh Allah, our Lord, grant us beneficial knowledge, aids, and clear understanding throughout this seminar. Do not let our hearts deviate after you have with us. Shower us with your mercy, forgive us, and bring health and well-being to us and to our families. O Allah, the most forgiving, forgive our sins, the sins of our parents, our leaders, and those who came before us. Bless us all under the shades of your mercy and forgiveness. O Allah, the one who answers prayers, accept our supplications. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wassalamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Arifin, for leading us in prayer. Next, allow me to briefly explain the rules and regulation for this seminar. For the organizing committee, please share the screen. The rules of International Taxation Seminar. The International Taxation Seminar 2025 will be conducted via Zoom Cloud meetings. Therefore, all participants must ensure that the Zoom application is installed and functional on their device, computer, laptop, or smartphone. Second, participants will receive the meeting's ID and password one day before or on the day of the event through the official WhatsApp community group. Third, participants are expected to join the Zoom meetings at least 30 minutes before the seminar begins, specifically at 7:30 a.m. Fourth, participants must use the assigned username provided by the committee as their Zoom display name. Fifth, participants are expected to keep their camera on during the entire seminar. This is a requirement for e-certificate eligibility. Sixth, participants are expected to wear neat and proper attire throughout the seminar. 7. Participants must fill out the attendance form provided by the committee to be eligible for the e-certificate. 8. Participants are not allowed to unmute their microphones unless granted permission by the moderator. 9. Participants must use the official virtual background provided by the committee during the seminar. 10. Participants who wish to ask questions may do so by accessing the link shared by the committee in the Zoom chat or by scanning the QR code displayed on the screen. 11. Participants must use polite and respectful language when asking questions or providing feedback. 12. Participants are strictly prohibited from making comments that are provocative or related to Sarah. Those are the rules that I have convened. We kindly ask for your cooperation in following these rules to ensure a smooth and professional event. Thank you for your cooperation, and once again, I reminded the participants to activate the camera during the event. Now, let's take a moment to listen to our national anthem, Indonesia Raya. To all participants, please listen solemnly. And then, we invite you all to listen to the Brawijaya University March. This march is not just a song, it is a symbol of our spirit, dedication, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Please listen solemnly. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the Indonesian National Anthem and Brawijaya University March. We will now continue with the opening video for the International Taxation Seminar 2025. To the committee, please play the video. To all participants, please enjoy. What a great video! Feel free to use the virtual reaction feature to show your appreciation. Now, let us hear the welcoming remarks from the Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar 2025, Rania Danika Izani. To Rania, the screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Greetings of virtue. Praise to God Almighty for we are able to gather here today at the International Taxation Seminar 2025. As the Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar, I would like to express my gratitude to all speakers, participants, and partners who have supported this event. I also extend my appreciation to the committee team for their hard work and dedication. I hope this seminar will be valuable insights and benefits to all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Rania, for your opening remarks. Now, we invite Muhammad Fadil Nur Hakim, Chairman of Hima Pajak 2025, to deliver his welcoming speech. To Fadil, the screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you the commitment for all their hard work. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Fadil, for your remarks. Next, we will hear from Professor Dr. Andes Kadarisman Hidayat, MSc, Head of the Taxation Study Program, who is represented today by Mrs. Secretary of the Taxation Study Program. To Mrs., the screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to the commitment for all their hard work. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Professor Kadarisman Hidayat, for the welcoming remarks. Finally, we invite Dr. Muhammad Said, SOS, MAP Vice Dean for Student, Alumni, and Entrepreneurial Affairs, who is represented today by Ms. Special Staff to the Vice Dean. To Ms., the screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for everyone. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Said, for your remarks. Today's seminar on the theme of optimizing custom systems to boost revenue and facilitate trade, a road to financing the SDGs and developing nations feature distinguished speakers who will share valuable insights. So, I urge all of you to absorb the information that will be shared today. It promises to be an insightful and enriching experience for all of us. And I hope that by the end of the seminar, we will gain deeper insight into how optimizing custom systems through improved procedures, policies, and technological innovations can increase state revenue and facilitate international trade as strategic efforts to finance sustainable development goals, especially in developing countries. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next, let us welcome the moderator who will guide us through the presentation and discussion sessions. To the committee, please share the moderator CVs. She is Gracia Melvina Saragi, currently an undergraduate taxation student at Brawijaya University. Without further ado, let's greet our moderator. Hi, good morning, Gracia. How are you?
Morning, Rahma. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good too. So, are you ready to be the moderator for today's seminar?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you, Gracia. To Gracia, without further ado, let's begin the seminar.
Okay, thank you, Rahma, for the introduction. At the beginning, I would like to greet the Honorable Dr. Muhammad Said, SOS MAP as the Vice Dean for Student, Alumni, and Entrepreneurial Affairs, Faculty of Administrative Science, Brawijaya University. The Honorable Mr. Professor Dr. Andes Kadarisman Hidayat, MSI as the Head of the Taxation Study Program, Faculty of Administrative Science, Brawijaya University. The Honorable Muhammad Fadil Nur Hakim as Chairman of the Tax Student Association, Hima Pajak 2025, and the Honorable Rania Danika Izani as Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar 2025. Moreover, my honor to the resource person, keynote speaker, and opening speaker who are willing to contribute in today's occasion. To the Honorable Mr. Ozi Diva Ersya, Mrs. Ulil Elma Khairunisa, Mr. Agus Darmadi, Mr. Professor Jose Marcio Carvalho, and Calista Virginia Carolan. And lastly, welcome to all participants in the International Taxation Seminar 2025. Thank you participants who are present on this occasion. And hopefully we are all in good health, always excited, and gain the benefit of attending the event. I am Gracia Melvina Saragi, the moderator of today's seminar. This time, I will guide the delivery of material and discussion session with every amazing keynote speaker and extraordinary resource people with the theme optimizing custom systems to boost revenue and facilitate trade, a road to financing the SDGs in developing nations. For starters, to open today's material session, there will be an opening speaker from the undergraduate taxation students. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Calista Virginia Carolan. Okay, Kalista is already present with all of us. Hello, Kalista. How are you
today?
today?
Hello, I'm fine.
Okay. I thought it's such an amazing opportunity since you have been interested to be the opening speaker at this international taxation seminar, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we are glad to have you here. And before we get to the Calista presentation, let me read Calista's CV. And to the operator in charge, please display Calista's CV. Okay, Calista Virginia Carlan, she is an undergraduate taxation student in Brawijaya University. And that's all for the CV. And before Calista starts her presentation, I kindly order the participants. Before Calista starts her presentation, I kindly order the participants to keep your camera turned on. And without further ado, for Calista, are you ready to present the material for all of us?
Okay, great.
Calista, you may open the seminar and the time is yours.
Okay, optimizing custom system to boost review and facilitate route to financing the SDGs in developing nation. Next. Pokok pembahasannya, yang pertama pajak penghasilan pasal 21 mengenai pegawai tetap menerima KPR. Yang kedua, pajak penghasilan pasal 21 mengenai pegawai tetap menerima bonus. Yang ketiga, pajak penghasilan pasal 21 mengenai pegawai tetap penerima tunjangan hari raya. Next. Pengertiannya itu penghasilan pegawai tetap selain penghasilan yang bersifat teratur yang diterima sekali dalam 1 tahun atau periode lainnya. Contohnya itu ada bonus, tunjangan hari raya, uang rapel, jasa produksi, gantian gratifikasi, premi, dan penghasilan lain yang bersifatnya tidak teratur. Next. Pegawai tetap menerima rapel. Bagian gaji atau imbalan berupa uang yang diterimakan sekaligus di kemudian hari karena adanya kelebihan yang belum diberikan. Cara menghitungnya itu yang pertama, rapel digaji dengan banyaknya bulan perolehan rapel. Yang kedua, menghitung PPh 21 selain masa pajak menggunakan TER. Yang ketiga, menghitung PPh 21 masa pajak terakhir menggunakan tarif pasal 17. Next. Pegawai tetap menerima bonus. Bonus merupakan sejumlah pendapatan yang diterima pegawai atau karyawan di luar gaji bulanan dari pemberi kerja untuk insentif untuk mendorong kinerja dan mencapai target. Cara menghitung, pertama menghitung PPh pasal 21 selain masa pajak terakhir menggunakan TER. Yang kedua, menghitung PPh pasal 21 pada masa pajak terakhir menggunakan tarif pasal 17. Next. Pegawai tetap menerima tunjangan hari raya. Tunjangan hari raya adalah penghasilan tidak teratur yang diterima pegawai tetap biasanya diberikan sekali dalam setahun menjelang hari raya keagamaan. Cara menghitung, yang pertama menghitung PPh pasal 21 selain masa pajak terakhir menggunakan TER. Yang kedua, menghitung PPh pasal 21 pada masa pajak terakhir menggunakan tarif pasal 17.
Okay, thank you to our opening speaker for that insightful presentation, which has set the stage perfectly for our today's topic. And let's dive into what Kalista shared and how it ties into our discussion. As a sign of appreciation, the next event will be followed by handing over certificates to our opening speaker, Kalista Virginia Caron. The certificate will be handed over by Rania Danika Izani as the Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar 2025.
To the committee in charge, please display Callista's certificate via share screen. Okay, I will help to count for the documentation. 1, 2, 3, and once again, 1, 2, and 3. Now, with the opening we've just heard, we hope the participants will be more engaged and enthusiastic in the upcoming session. And the next event is a presentation of material by our first keynote speaker. Coming from Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Mr. Ozi Dipa Ersya.
Okay, this is our Madari, and the first time we want.
Okay, Mr. Ozi Dipa Ersya is already present with all of us. Good morning, Mr. Ozi. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you? So good.
Oh, I'm great also. And it is such an honor to have you here as our first keynote speaker in this International Taxation Seminar 2025. To begin, I would like to take a moment to introduce you to the audience by presenting a summary of your CV. Okay, Mr. Ozi Dipa Ersya, PhD. He is a head of Free Trade Agreement Affairs Section 4, Directorate of International Affairs. And there are a lot of academic background that he has. First, University of Nottingham, the United Kingdom, Doctor of Philosophy in International Economic Law. And such a remarkable background our first keynote speaker has. And on this occasion, Mr. Ozi will present material on the sub-theme Designing Effective Customs Policies to Enhance Revenue and Facilitate Trade for Sustainable Development. Before we get to Mr. Ozi's presentation, attendees that later on want to ask questions about the material presented by Mr. Ozi can use the raise hand feature or submit the question via the web Slido. The link can be accessed in the Zoom meeting chat column, and please make sure to rename your Slido account. Later, the selected questions will be directly answered by the speaker during the question and answer session. And if there are any participants that would like to ask the question using Bahasa Indonesia, that will be fine because the committee in charge will help with the translation to the speaker. Okay, before we proceed to the next speaker, I kindly request that all participants to keep their camera on and Microsoft turned off during the presentation. And thank you for your cooperation. Mr. Ozi, all the participants, including me, are already eager to hear your presentation. Are you ready to deliver the material, Mr. Ozi? Great, Mr. Ozi, you may start your presentation and the time is yours.
Thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. I will share keynote speaker one. This is we talk about designing effective custom policies to enhance revenue and facilitate trade for sustainable development. Di dalam materi yang pertama ada definisi, struktur, komposisi APBD, lalu proses pengukuran APBD, lalu di sini ada perubahan dan kegiatan anggaran dan dinamika politik anggaran. And APBD itu APBD merupakan rencana keuangan tahunan daerah yang disusun pemerintah daerah bersama DPRD dan ditetapkan dengan peraturan daerah, sehingga berfungsi sebagai instrumen penting sekaligus alat kebijakan fiskal untuk mengatur pendapatan, belanja, dan pembiayaan guna mewujudkan pembangunan serta pengelolaan publik secara efektif, transparan, dan aman. Di sini juga ada fungsi APBD, di mana ada perencanaan. Perencanaan itu adalah pedoman pelaksana program atau kegiatan pemerintah daerah. Lalu di sini juga ada pengendalian, di mana dasar pengawasan terhadap penggunaan keuangan daerah. Di sini juga ada distribusi, di sini pemerataan alokasi sumber daya bagi masyarakat. Lalu di sini juga ada stabilisasi, penjagaan stabilitas perekonomian daerah. Thank you. Oke, di sini juga ada structure APBD, di mana di sini ada pendapatan seluruh penerimaan yang sah untuk membiayai belanja daerah dalam satu anggaran. Dan di sini juga ada belanja, di mana belanja ini semua pengeluaran yang menjadi kewajiban daerah selama tahun anggaran yang mengurangi kekayaan produksi daerah. Dan pembiayaan ini juga ada semua transaksi keuangan daerah yang bertujuan menutup defisit atau memanfaatkan surplus anggaran serta pembiayaan kebutuhan jangka panjang.
Enggak, di sini saya.
Oke, thank you. Our materi.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ozi, for the presentation of the material. Next is the question and answer session. Previously, we have informed the audience about the technical in the question and answer session. If any participants wish to ask a question directly to the speaker, please feel free to activate your raise hand feature in the Zoom meeting, and this will allow the committee to spotlight you accordingly. Okay, is there any question for our first speaker, for Mr. Ozi? Okay, there are Arvin in our Zoom meeting section. So I allow Arvin to ask a question directly to our speaker, Mr. Ozi. The time is
Thank you. Any question, guys?
Okay, I want to ask, eh, many governments often design custom policies primarily for revenue generation rather than rate facilitation. How can policymakers be held accountable to ensure customs reforms also promote long-term sustainable development, not just short-term fiscal gains? Thank you.
okay. Thank you, Arifin, for your great question. To Mr. Ozi, do you want to keep the question first or answer it straight away?
Okay, thank you. Any question? Okay, thank you. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, it's the sorry. Okay, that's the last question to close this morning question and answer session with our first keynote speaker, Mr. Ozi Diva Ersha. Now, let me summarize the material that has been delivered to our great speaker, Mr. Ozi. From this session, we can conclude that blah, 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 blah. That close our session, and we extend our deepest gratitude to Mr. Ozi for the insightful presentation and for addressing our questions. Your contributions have been both informative and invaluable. Thank you once again, Mr. Ozi. The next event will be followed by a presentation of material by our second keynote speaker coming from Indonesia. Please welcome our second keynote speaker, the Honorable Mrs. Ulil Alma Khairunisa, SAMACA ASEAN CP. All right, Mrs. Alma is already present with all of us. Good morning, Mrs. Alma. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, firstly, thank you very much for honoring us with your presence today. Now, before we enter the second material presentation session by Mrs. Alma, allow me to introduce our second keynote speaker to the audience through the reading of Mrs. Alma's CV. Mrs. Ulil Alma Khairunisa, SAMACA ASEAN CABKP. She is an assistant manager tax consultant in MUZ Consulting Surabaya, and she has an academic background. She got Bachelor of Accounting in Airlangga University, and the second degree she got the Master of Accounting in Airlangga University. And what a great CV that our speaker has. And on this occasion, Mrs. Alma will present material on the role of public-private sector collaboration to improve trade efficiency and business competitiveness through an optimal custom system. Before we get to Mrs. Alma's presentation, attendees that later on want to ask questions about the material presented by Mrs. Alma can use the raise hand feature on your Zoom meeting or submit the question via the web Slido. The link is in the Zoom meeting chat column, and please make sure to rename your Slido account. Later, the selected questions will be directly answered by the speaker during the Q&A session. And if there is any participant that would like to ask the question using Bahasa Indonesia, that will be fine because the committee in charge will help with the translation to the speaker. Before moving to the next session, to all the meeting participants, please keep your cameras active and microphones turned off during the material session. All right, without any longer for Mrs. Alma, are you ready to deliver the material for all of us?
I'm ready.
Okay, great, Mrs. Alma. You may start your presentation and the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. So today material is the role and impacts of public-private sector collaboration to improve trade efficiency and business competitiveness through an optimal custom system. Next. Sejarah pemotongan masa kolonial pengaruh pemerintahan Belanda dan Jepang. Belanda 1925 menerapkan Corporation Tax Ordinance, pajak penghasilan Badan Perkebunan Pertambangan Perdagangan. Jepang 1944 menerapkan Income Tax Ordinance, pajak penghasilan orang pribadi. Pajak dipotong hanya untuk jenis tertentu gaji, upah, bunga, dividen, royalti. Sistem bersifat elitis, belum menjangkau petani, pedagang kecil, dan pekerja mandiri. Masa awal kemerdekaan, transisi dari eksperimen sistem MPO. Sistem pajak masih pakai aturan kolonial. 1997 lahir sistem masa pemungutan oleh MPO. MPO kolektor, pihak tertentu ditunjuk memungut pajak. Tarif umumnya 2% dari nilai transaksi. Ada skema reserve withholding, pajak dipungut dari transaksi, keberhasilan basis pajak, dan tanpa penerimaan negara. Kelemahan pengawasan lemah, banyak penyalahgunaan, kurang efektif jangka panjang. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Alma, for your great presentation of the material. And next, we will jump into the question and answer session. Previously, we have informed the audience about the technical in the question and answer session. And if any participants wish to ask a question directly to our speaker, please feel free to activate your raise hand feature in your Zoom meeting, and this will allow the committee in charge to spotlight you accordingly. Again, I kindly remind all participants, please rename the Slido account, or if you already read the question, please put your name below the question. So if there are any questions, please raise your hand or write your question in web Slido.
Okay, there are.
A girl that want to ask with the pink t-shirt. Please ask the question to our speaker directly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for opportunity. My question is how can accurately assess the broader socio-economic impacts or job creation, equality in trade access, or sustainability of optimized custom system rather than just focusing on speed and cost reduction? Thank you.
Thank you. What a great question. And for Mrs. Alma, do you want to keep the question first or answer it straight away?
I would like to answer it straight away.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Alma. You may answer the question.
Okay, my answer is blah 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 blah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Alma, for the great answer. And for the girl with the, for the girl, is there any feedback for Mrs. Alma, or you feel that it is enough?
That's enough. Thank you for.
Okay, thank you for your question, and thank you, Mrs. Alma, for your answer. Is there any question that you want to ask to our speaker? Okay, I think that is the last question. So, and with that, we've reached the final question for this morning's Q&A session with our second keynote speaker, Mrs. Alma. Now, let me review the material that has been delivered by our guest speaker, Mrs. Alma. For this session, we can conclude that blah, 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 blah. That's all for me, and we would like to thank to Mrs. Alma for the material and answers that have been given to us. Such an informative and insightful knowledge. And once again, thank you very much, Mrs. Alma. And as a sign of appreciation, the next event will be followed by handing over certificates to our first and second keynote speaker, Mr. Ozi Diva Ersya and Mrs. Ulil Alma Khairunisa. The certificates will be handed over by Rania Danika Izani as the Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar 2025. For the committee in charge, please display the Mr. Ozi Diva Ersya certificate. Okay, the first one is for Mr. Ozi Diva Ershad. I will have to count for the documentation 1, 2, and 3. Last 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and the second one is for Mrs. Ulil Elma Khairunisa. And to the committee in charge, please display our speakers e-certificate via share screen. Okay, I will help with the documentation process 1, 2, and 3. Once again, 1, 2, and 3. All right, we extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Ozi Diva Ersha and Mrs. Ulil Elma Khairunisa for generously dedicating their time and preparing to be our keynote speakers at the International Taxation Seminar 2025. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. Mr. Ozi and Mrs. Elma, if you have any other commitments, please do not hesitate to leave the Zoom meeting at your convenience. However, we will be honored if you could stay with us for the remainder of the event. And dear all participants, we've just had an insightful session for our amazing keynote speakers. And a short, ini kebalik. Balik ya? Okay, dear audience, because it is already 12:27, you are allowed to leave the Zoom meeting to have a break, and the International Taxation Seminar will continue at 12:30 p.m. Western Indonesia time. Therefore, all participants are expected to return according to the specific time. And thank you, and we will see you again. Dear all participants, we've just had an insightful session for our amazing keynote speakers and a short break. Now let's take a moment to unwind and enjoy a song from our friend, Harmony Pajak. Wow, a huge thank you to our Harmony Pajak for delivering such an impressive performance, and all of the participants are allowed to send a compliment via virtual reaction. Please send any virtual reaction to appreciate our Hima Pajak friends. Okay. For the following event, there will be two of our extraordinary resources who will also present material. And the first event will be filled by a presentation of a material by our first resource person coming from Indonesia. Please welcome our first resource person, the Honorable Mr. Agus Sudarmadi. Great. Mr. Agus is already present with all of us. Good afternoon, Mr. Agus. How are you today? Great, Mr. Agus is already present with all of us. Good afternoon, Mr. Agus. How are you today?
Good afternoon, I'm good, and how about you?
I'm also great. So we are very pleased to have you here at our event, and I hope you feel the same excitement to participate as the resource person in our international taxation seminar. Now, allow me to introduce you briefly to the audience through the reading of your CV. Insinyur Agus Sudarmadi, MSc. He is a head office of East Java Second DGBC Regional Office, and he has an academic background. In 1995, he has a diploma of economics, the Economics Institute, and 1996, he has a Master of Science, Northern University. What a great CV that our resource person has. And on this occasion, Mr. Agus, as the second resource person, will present a material regarding strengthening customs implementation and collaboration to maximize revenue and facilitate trade for sustainable development. Before we get Mr. Agus' presentation, attendees that later on want to ask questions about the material presented by Mr. Agus, you can use the raise hand feature in your Zoom meeting or submit the question via the web Slido. The link is in the Zoom meeting chat column, and please make sure to rename your Slido account. Later, the selected questions will be directly answered by the speaker during the Q&A session. And if there is any participant that would like to ask the question using Bahasa Indonesia, that will be okay because the committee in charge will help with the translation to the speaker. Before moving to the next speaker, to all the meeting participants, please keep your cameras active and your microphones turned off during the material session. All right, without any longer, for Mr. Agus, are you ready to present the material for all of us?
Yes, I'm ready.
Excellent. You may begin your presentation in 30 minutes, and the time is yours.
Okay, so this is our material for today, that is strengthening custom implementation and collaboration to maximize revenue and facilitate trade for sustainable development. Next. Oke, untuk pokok pembahasannya, yang pertama, PPh pasal 21 untuk pegawai tetap dengan gaji bulanan pada 1 tahun pajak. Kedua, PPh pasal 21 untuk pegawai baru bekerja pada tahun berjalan. Ketiga, PPh pasal 21 untuk pegawai berhenti bekerja pada tahun berjalan. Next. Untuk pegawai tetap. Pegawai tetap adalah pegawai yang menerima atau memperoleh penghasilan secara teratur, termasuk anggota Dewan Komisaris, Dewan Pengawas, serta pegawai yang bekerja berdasarkan kontrak untuk suatu jangka waktu tertentu sepanjang pegawai yang bersangkutan bekerja penuh dalam pekerjaan tersebut. Next. Yang selanjutnya ada komponen penambah dan juga pengurang penghasilan bruto. Untuk komponen penambah, yang pertama ada seluruh gaji, tunjangan, dan penghasilan teratur lainnya, termasuk uang lembur. Kedua, bonus, tunjangan hari raya, jasa produksi, tantim, gratifikasi, premi, dan penghasilan lain yang sifatnya tidak teratur. Ketiga, imbalan sehubungan dengan kegiatan yang diselenggarakan oleh pemberi kerja. Keempat, pembayaran iuran jaminan kecelakaan kerja, kematian, peliharaan kesehatan, dan asuransi yang dibayarkan oleh pemberi kerja, dan komponen pengurang antara lain biaya jabatan, iuran terkait program pensiun dan hari tua, Dan yang ketiga adalah zakat atau sumbangan keagamaan yang sifatnya wajib bagi pemeluk agama yang diakui di Indonesia yang dibayarkan melalui pemberi kerja kepada badan zakat.
Great. Oh, okay, great. Thank you very much, Mr. Agus, for the presentation of the material. And next, we will go into the question and answer session. Previously, we have informed the audience about the technical in the question and answer session. If any participants wish to ask a question directly to our speaker, please feel free to activate the raise hand feature, and this will allow the committee in charge to spotlight you accordingly. Okay, from now on, I allow to the questioner to ask the question.
Okay, thank you for your opportunity. And in my opinion, hold the post for revenue maximization through custom ultimately conflict with global commitment to fair trade and development equity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the questioner. So for Mr. Agus, do you want to keep the question first or answer it right away?
I want to answer right away.
Okay, you may answer the question that coming from our questioner.
Okay, thank you for the great question. So for the answer is blah blah blah, and I think my question is help you guys. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Agus, for a great answer. And for the questioner, are you satisfied with the answer that has already presented by Mr. Agus, or you want to have a feedback again to Mr. Agus?
It's enough. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is there any question that you want to ask to our speaker directly, or you may or you may put your question in the web slide view? Okay, it seems like that the last question to close the Q&A session with our second resource person, Mr. Agus Sudarmandi. Now, let me review the material that has been delivered by our guest speaker. From this session, we can conclude that blah, 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 blah. That's all from me, and we would like to thank Mr. Agus Sudarmandi for the material and answers that have been given. Such an informative and valuable insight. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Agus, and also thank you, audience, for actively interacting in the Q&A session with the speaker. The next event will be followed by a presentation of material by our second resource person with Prof. Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD, will present a material on blah, 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 blah. Coming from Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Professor Jose Marcio Carvalho. Okay, Prof. Jose, PhD, is already here with all of us. Good morning, Prof. Jose. I hope you... Good morning, Prof. Jose. How are you?
Good morning. Good. How about you?
I'm also great. Yeah, I hope you are having a good day. And first and foremost, thank you very much for honoring us with your presence today. Before we enter the material session, let me introduce you briefly to the audience by reading your CV. To the committee in charge, please display the CV. Prof. Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD. He is a director of Faculty of Economics, Administration, Accounting, and Public Policy Management in University of Brasilia in Brazil. He has a lot of academic background. The first degree that he got is agronomy graduate, Federal University of Lavras, and in 1996, he got Master in Management, Federal University of Lavras, and the last academic background that he got is PhD in International Business, University of Reading in England. That's an amazing experience that our resource person has. And on this occasion, Prof. Jose will present material on the nexus of customs, trade, and development. Before we go to the Prof. Joseph's presentation, attendees that later on want to ask questions about the material presented by Prof. Jose can use the raise hand feature on your Zoom meeting, or you may submit the question via the web Slido. The link is in the Zoom meeting chat column. And please also make sure to rename your Slido account. Later, the selected questions will be directly answered by the speaker during the Q&A session. And if there is any participant that would like to ask the question using Bahasa Indonesia, that will be okay because the committee in charge will help with the translation to the speaker. I order that all the meeting participants kept their cameras active and microphones turned off during the material delivery session. Okay, without any longer for Prof. Jose, are you ready to deliver the material for all of us?
Yes, I'm ready.
Great, Prof. Jose, you may present starting 30 minutes from now on, and the time is yours.
Okay, so right now I will explain about the nexus of customs, trade, and development. Next. Oke, di sini akan membahas mengenai definisi usaha jasa konstruksi, kualifikasi usaha jasa konstruksi, layanan usaha jasa konstruksi, tarif dan DPP usaha jasa konstruksi, pemotongan, penyetoran, dan pelaporan, dan yang terakhir yaitu isu aktual. Next. Usaha jasa konstruksi. Negara berkembang, sektor konstruksi, COVID-19, intervensi pemerintah diatur dalam Peraturan Pemerintah Republik Indonesia Nomor 9 Tahun 2022. Jasa konstruksi adalah layanan jasa konsultasi perencanaan pekerjaan konstruksi, layanan jasa pelaksanaan pekerjaan konstruksi, dan layanan jasa konsultasi pengawasan pekerjaan konstruksi, yaitu ada pengguna jasa konstruksi, penyedia jasa yaitu wajib pajak, nilai kontrak, dan yang terakhir adalah objek pajak.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Joseph, for the insightful presentation of the material about blah, 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 blah. Next agenda is the question and answer session because previously we have informed the audience about the technical in the question and answer session. If there are any participants wish to ask a question directly to our speaker, please feel free to activate the raise hand feature in your Zoom meeting because this will allow the committee to spotlight you accordingly. And again, I kindly remind all participants, please rename the Slido account, or if you already write the question, please put your name below the question. So if there are any question, you may raise your hand or you may put your question in the Slido. Okay, there are a questioner that would like to ask a question to our speaker directly. Okay, the time is yours. For the questioner, you may ask a question.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My question is, with the rise of digital trade and e-commerce, how must custom system evolve to remain relevant to develop with them? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your great question to the Mr. Jose. So, Prof. Jose, would you prefer to hold on to the question for now or answer it immediately?
I will answer immediately.
All right, you may answer the question immediately.
Okay, before I will say thank you for the good question. So my answer is blah, 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 blah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Jose, for setting your perspective on to the question. To the questioner, is there any feedback or are you satisfied with the answer that has been presented by our speaker, Prof. Jose?
Yes, now, thank you.
All right. She is already satisfied with your answer. So is there any question that you want to ask to our speaker? Feel free to raise your hand or put your question in the web Slido. Okay, it seems like that's the last question to close the Q&A session with our first resource person, Prof. Jose. Now let me review the material that has been delivered by our guest speaker, Prof. Jose. From this session, we can conclude that blah, 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 blah. That's all from me, and we'd like to thank to Prof. Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD, for the material and answers that have been given to us, such an informative and valuable insight. Once again, thank you very much, Prof. Jose, and also thank you to the audience for actively interacting in the Q&A session together with the speaker. As a sign of appreciation, the next event will be followed by handing over certificates to our first and second resource person, namely Mr. Agus Sudarmadi and also Prof. Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD. The certificate will be handed over by Rania Danika Izani as our Chief Executive of the International Taxation Seminar 2025. Okay, the first one is for Mr. Agus Sudarmadi to the committee in charge. Please help for the documentation process, and I will help to count down. 1, 2, and 3. Once again, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, thank you, Mr. Agus. And the second one is for Prof. Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD. To the committee in charge, please display Prof. Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD, the e-certificate via share screen. All right, I will help with the documentation process. I will count 1, 2, and 3. Once again, 1, 2, and 3. We would like to express our sincere thanks once again to Mr. Agus Sudarmadi and Prof. Jose Marcio Carvalho, PhD, for generously offering their time and expertise as speakers at our International Taxation Seminar 2025. And once again, thank you very much. To Mr. Agus and Prof. Jose, if there are any other activities that you need to attend, with all due respect, you may leave the Zoom meeting, but we will be pleased if you want to extend your participation until the end of the event. Okay, dear all participants, because all of our 5 presenters have been presented such an extraordinary material, let me review a little about the material that has been discussed today. For the first material and second material, third material, fourth material, and last material. So that's blah, 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 blah. This concludes the presentation session by our 5 presenters today, and I am Gracia Melvina Saragi. As the moderator, apologize if there are any mistakes in guiding the discussion. It was such an honor to conduct today's seminar, and thank you so much for participating. And for the following event, I return the event to Rahma as our master of ceremony.
Before entering the next session, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Gracia as the moderator for guiding us throughout our seminar today. We will now proceed to the announcement of the winners of the Call for Paper competition. To the committee in charge, please begin by sharing the video announcement for the most popular video category. For the most popular videos goes to Team Caca. Moving on to the third place, this team delivered a well-structured and insightful paper, earning their place in top 3. Congratulations to Team from who won third place. Next, our second place winner, with strong arguments and clear analysis, this team impressed the judges. Congratulations to Team from who won second place. And now, the moment we have been waiting for, the first place. This team stood out with outstanding originality and depth of research. Congratulations to Team as our first winner. Let us give a virtual round of applause by using the Zoom reaction feature. To all winners, please turn on your camera for the e-certificate awarding and documentation. Okay, we're gonna start with the most popular video winner. For team, please be ready. And to the committee in charge, please display the most popular video e-certificate via share screen. I will assess the documentation process in 3, 2, 1. Thank you and congrats guys for your team. Next, for our third place winner, team from please be ready. And to the committee in charge, please display the third place winner e-certificate via share screen. I will assess the documentation process in 3, 2, 1. Thank you and congrats guys for your team. Next, for our second place winner, team blah 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 from blah blah blah, please be ready. And to the committee in charge, please display the second place winner e-certificate via share screen. I will assess the documentation process in 3, 2, 1. Thank you and congrats guys for your team. Last but not least, for our first place winner, team blah 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 from blah blah blah, please be ready. And to the committee in charge, please display the first place winner e-certificate via share screen. I will assess the documentation process in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, and once again, I would like to say congratulations to all of you guys. We now proceed to the announcement of the best participants, those who actively engage in today's discussions. To the committee, please display the list of winners on the screen. The best participants are Chacha and Kachichi. Congratulations to the winners. Please contact the organizing committee to claim your prizes. And also a kind reminder to all participants to please fill out the attendance form via link provided in a Zoom chat to be eligible for your e-certificate. Next, we will have a virtual photo session to commemorate today's seminar. All participants are asked to activate their camera, and to the operator in charge, please assist the photo session process. Well, I'm counting down to the first slide in 3, 2, 1. Next, to the second slide in 3, 2, 1. To the third slide in 3, 2, 1. Okay, as we open the seminar with a prayer, let us now close it with one as well. The closing prayer will be led by Muhammad Arifin. To Muhammad Arifin, the screen is yours.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As we come to the end of today's International Taxation Seminar 2025, let us once again bow our heads and raise our prayers in prayer to the Almighty God, seeking His blessing for all that we have shared and learned. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma sholli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Muhammad Arifin, for leading us in the closing prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the International Taxation Seminar 2025. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank all speakers, participants, and partners for your contribution and presence in making this event a success. I am Ramadhani Nurmedra Wijanarka, your master of ceremony, and it has been an honor to guide you through today's agenda. Please accept my sincere apologies for any shortcomings throughout this event. We hope to see you again at the next International Taxation Seminar. Until then, stay safe and healthy. Good afternoon and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.